Hello everyone. So this is Balram Kamkar, lecturer from Mechanical Department. In the previous video, we have started with the first unit of Professional Ethics and Indian Constitution, where we have discussed about the initial portion of the first unit, which are moral ethics and the difference between both. So as I said in the previous video, that we'll discuss in the next video about human values. Okay, so let us begin with the human values. So, human values. What is the values? Value, which is defined as the principle that promotes well-being and prevents harm. In other words, we can say values are our guidelines for our success. Humans have the unique ability to define their identity, choose their value, and establish their beliefs. So these all three, like as I said, identity, values, and beliefs. So these all three are directly influence a person's behavior. Okay, so let us move to the types of values. There are many types of values are there, which are the fall as followed. So first one is right conduct, which is nothing but the act of doing right things. For example, with respect to the values are good manners. By having good manners and good behaviors, we can say that there is right conduct, and having by maintaining good relationship with others, by helping others, we can achieve the right conduct. So the next one is related to the peace. So how can we achieve the peace? By having the values like calmness in us, and by maintaining patience, we can achieve the peace. And the next one is truth, with related to the truth. So in order to achieve the truth, the one should have fairness and the honesty and sincerity to achieve the truth. And the love, when you say there is a love, when there is a care about other person, and when there is affection, so we can say there is a love. And the next one is non-violence. Yes, so for the better example for the non-violence will be the values like forgiveness, forgiving others. Harmlessness means not doing any harm things for others. So by doing these, having these values, we can say there is non-violence. So so these are the values, types of values we have discussed. So let us move to the key trends in engineering ethics. So these are many key trends are there, which are also called as the values. Those are the values only we have discussed now. So these are the many values in this unit. So mainly these are the things, topics which we are going to discuss now. So integrity, virtues, respect to others, living peacefully, caring, sharing, honesty, valuing time, cooperation, commitment, empathy, self confidence, spirituality. So these are the key trends which are the types. Many values are there. Okay, so we'll discuss one by one, and that is what your there is a syllabus of this unit. Okay, so let us start with the first one, which is integrity. So the integrity, which is a value which is defined as the unity of thought, word, and honesty and open-mindedness. It includes the capacity to communicate the factual information so that others can make well-informed decisions. It it gives the person's peace of mind, you can say, and hence it will add the strength and consistency in character of the person and decisions, and even you can say actions also. And now we'll move to the service learning. Service learning is a learning which refers to the service of policies, procedures, norms, and the conditions other than the technical trade practices. Like in normally learning means we say educating ourselves, we should learn some educational things. But the service learning is nothing but some things we should learn other than the technical trade practices, the which includes like characteristics of the work, basic requirements, what it needs, and like security of the job and awareness of the procedure while taking the decision and actions. It helps the individuals to interact ethically with colleagues, to effectively coordinate with others departments, even it may be the other departments also, to communicate cordially with the suppliers when when you are working in a company, industrial it may be. So to maintain good communication with the suppliers as well, as the customers also, and to maintain all these friendly interactions, we need service learning. It is very essential. So let us move to the next value, which is virtues. Okay, so the virtues are the positive and preferred values. These are desirable attitudes and characters, and also you can say motives and emotions that helps us to become successful, to act in a ways that develop our highest potential. We can say. They the virtues which energize and enable us to pursue the ideals that we have adopted. The some of the examples, if I want to say, then honesty, courage, compassion, generosity, loyalty. These are the many things are there. These are the main examples for the virtues. Okay, so now, as a citizen of the village or as a country or as a part of the society, a person should have some moral duty, which are called civic virtues. Means as a citizen of a country or as a society, a person should have some what moral duties, like those are the question comes for your exam, like list the civic virtues. So those are the listed below, which are that is very simple, very basic things which a person need to have in their mind, that to pay tax in time, that is very important. And the next one, to keep the surroundings clean and green, that is very essential thing that a normal person have to do. It may be educated, it may be uneducated, he may be uneducated, but he should maintain the surrounding clean and green. And the next one is not to pollute air, water and land, etc. Yeah, it is very essential. For example, not to throw the garbage on the roads, and not to burn tires and plastic materials which causes air pollution, not to dirt the make pollute the water. So those are the things which we have to keep it in mind. And the next one is to follow the road safety rules, like as we say, it has become mandatory now, yes, to wear the helmet, to know all the rules and regulation of the road safety. We have to, as a citizen, we have to follow these things. These are the virtues, in fact civic virtues. So the next value will be respect for others. So the respecting others, which is very essential and basic requirement of a human being, irrespective of whether he may be the normal person or celebrity or younger, elder, doesn't matter. We a person need to respect others. So the respecting for the others is a basic requirement for a building up friendship or teamwork, or for the unity it promotes and sustains. Basic principles which are there, which are explained below. The principles means in what way we can respect others, like accept the existence of others as a human beings. Yes, we have to identify, we have to accept that other person is also having a right to live just as we have. Then only we can say we are respecting others. And the next one is respect others idea along with the no the, that is nothing but respecting others means we have to respect others ideas, their words, their actions, whatever the decisions they are taking. They will be having some opinions, we have to respect them. Respecting in the way we have to listen them, right? Whatever they, if some the experienced person is telling something, some suggestions, giving some suggestions to us, then we have to listen, and we are not supposed to ignore what they say. That is what we say, no, respecting is nothing but we are not supposed to neglect or ignore what they are saying, or we have to just listen them, we have to just try to follow, because they will be having some experience, they will be suggesting us. So in that way we can say we are respecting them. And the next one is last one, show goodwill on others, love others and allow others to grow. Basically, the goodwill or goodwill of a leader multiplies itself on everybody, right? This will facilitate our for focus, strength to achieve the goals. So which is very basic requirement for human being. So next value will be living peacefully, which is also very important value the one should have, to live peacefully. One should start install peace within himself or herself. Means we have to have peace first, then only we can live peacefully. Then one can spread peace to family, organization where one work. Nothing but if you have peace in your mind, in your soul, then only you can spread the no peace to others. That's what it says, which including environment also. Even if you are having peace of mind, if you are happy with your what your status, then only you can spread the love or spread the peace to the world, or it may be to the environment. So the one should adopt the following means to live the peacefully. To live peacefully, the following few points are there. We have to adopt these things to be peacefully. First one is in order to order in one's life, like self regulation, discipline and duty. If we are following orders, we are regulating ourselves. If we are following some moral ethics, then we can have peace in our mind. And then pure thoughts in one's soul is very important, like loving others, blessing others, being friendly with others, not criticizing, not hurting others, which are which makes us live peacefully, right? And the next one is creativity in one's head. Like it may be a constructive mind. If he is a positive minded, if he is a you know uh, like useful mind, then he will not have any confusions and all. If he is expert in something, then he will be having you know positive thinking on that. The next one is beauty in one's heart. Nothing but the pure thought, which includes love, service to the others, not like happiness, being happiness, which make us live peacefully. Good health, it is also very important, because when you have physically healthy, when you are healthy physically, then only you can be mentally fresh, mentally peacefully. Living peacefully is nothing but being healthy mentally. So if you are physically healthy, then only you can be healthy mentally, right? So the next one is help the needy, which is very important in all the human beings, to help others. All everybody says that by helping others we get happiness. So happiness is nothing but the peaceful, right? If you are happy with whatever the status you are having, then only you will be having a peace. So always keep helping others, the needy especially, we can say. And the last one is not hurting and torturing others physically or verbally, mentally, it may be. Don't hurt. Even though you are having bad opinion on others, don't try to hurt them. Just let them be. Then only we can have peaceful in our mind. Okay. So the next value is, no, the following are the factors that promotes living peacefully. in the work environment also, there must be some requirements to live peacefully, like there should be conducive environment, like it should be the place where you are working is should be safe, should be ventilated, should be comfortable. Then only the one can work or be there with a peaceful mind, and the secure job and motivated with recognition and reward. If the job is secured, or the up there, there should be a motivated with recognition and reward. If there should be a appreciation for your work, then only the worker or the labor will be having peaceful mind. Absence of threat or tension by pressure, you know due to limitations of money or time, there will be some pressure, so pressurized things will you know uh, causes our damaging the peace. Next one is healthy labor relations and even in the family situations, very important to maintain the good relationship between the laborers and even in the family to achieve peace in mind. And as in the previous slide, service to the needy, which is always which always works good. If you do, if you service to the needy, then you will have peace in your mind. So the next value which we are going to discuss is caring and sharing. Caring is a feeling for others. It is a process which exhibits the interest in and support for the welfare of others with fairness, without any partialities, without having any selfishness, and justice in all the activities amongst the even in the employees in the context of professional ethics, which includes nothing but the caring includes like showing respect to the feelings of the others, and also respecting the preserving the interest of all other concerned. Caring is reflected in activities such as friendship, maintaining good relationship, even in a social clubs and even professional societies. It may be anywhere. Caring is very essential, and through various transactions in the family also it is very very helpful. And in actually if I extend this caring in the present day context, caring for the environment become necessary for our very survival. If we do not care for environment will scare us. So caring even others and even the environment is very essential. Next one, we'll move to the sharing. So the sharing is a basically, we all know, as we all know that, which is just exchanging of thoughts. Primarily, caring influences sharing. Sharing is a process that describes the transfer of knowledge, like it may be teaching, learning, and any other informations. It may be a transferring of experience also, like the experienced person is sharing some in very valuable things like training, giving training to the others, and also the commodities like material possessions and facilities with others, that but the only thing is the transfer should be genuine. It should be legal, positive, voluntarily, and without any expectation in return. That is very important. As far as the humanity concern, sharing is a culture or a charity which gives us happiness and wealth. So in that way, sharing good things to others is also helps us to increase our happiness. Okay, now let us move to the next slide and next value, which is honesty. So usually we oftenly will use these words honesty. Like all of you know that it is just Being loyal. Honesty is a good value which is being loyal to others, which exhibits in two aspects, namely truthfulness and trustworthiness. Basically these are the two aspects. If I tell you truthfulness is nothing but which is truthfulness is to face the responsibilities upon telling truth. One should keep one's word, promise, or words or promise. One should admit one's mistake committed. It is easy to fix them. Reliable engineering judgment, maintenance of truth, depending the truth, and communicating the truth only when it is when it does good to others are some of the these are the some reflections of truthfulness. Now trustworthiness is nothing but trustworthiness is maintaining integrity and taking responsibility for personal performance. And for personal performance, people abide by law and live by mutual trust. That is, they play the right way to win according to the laws. According to the law they work means they follow the rules. According to the procedure they go for the to their win. So that is what trustworthiness. Now honesty is mirrored in many ways, like the what you get from being honest, the reflections, those are like beliefs. The people start believing you by seeing your honesty. And communication, they start talking with you, they start communicating with you. And decisions, actions in time, intended and unintended result achieved. Those are the reflections what you get from being honesty. And various actions of an engineer leading to dishonesty, as which are against honesty. The points which are against honesty are these are the the important questions, basic questions which you will get in the exams, that I'm telling, the reflections of honesty. And the engineer, actions of an engineer leading to dishonesty, these are the questions you will get. So we have to point it out. So the points to dishonesty are: first one is lying, which you all know. And then deliberating the deliberate deception, nothing but to impress the customer. An engineer may discuss on a matters one is not familiar, or without sufficient data. If he is telling something to impress the customer, then it will become deliberate deception. Now next one is withholding the information, is nothing but hiding the fact. This is which is again against honesty. And not seeking the truth. Some engineers the information accept the information without applying their mind and seeking the truth. So that is what against honesty. And not maintaining confidentiality. Sometime we have to maintain the confidentiality when you are working in an industry or in a company, wherever it is. So if you are not maintaining that confidentiality, if you are sharing the secret things of particular company to the others, then it will be lead to the dishonesty. Okay, so these are the some basic important things I said about the honesty. So next is valuing time, which is very again the time, when time comes, very important thing it is. Okay, the time, which is very rare resource, once if it is spent, then it is lost forever. So very important the to value the time. It cannot be either stored or recovered. It cannot be stored. Hence the time is the most perishable and most valuable resource. This resource is continuously spent, whether any decisions or actions is taken or no, doesn't matter, but the time will be moving on. So some of the things I'll tell you to highlight the value of time. To realize the value of 1 year, Ask the students who has failed in the examination, he will be knowing the value of 1 year. To realize the value of 1 month, ask the mother who has delivered a premature baby, like before a month, if a lady is delivered baby, then that 1 month, the value of 1 month she'll be knowing. And to realize the value of 1 week, ask the editor of weekly. Yeah. To realize the value of 1 day, ask the daily wage laborer, because they will be you know uh, taking the payment day by day. So if they miss 1 day salary, then they'll be suffering a lot. So they'll be knowing the value of 1 day. To realize the value of 1 hour, ask the lovers longing to meet. Okay. To realize the value of 1 minute, ask a person who has missed the train. Within a minute, if the person is missing the train, then he'll be knowing the value of that 1 minute, right? So to realize the value of 1 second, ask the person who has survived in an survived an accident. Within a fraction of second, the accident may happen. So okay, though to realize the value of 1 millisecond, ask the person who has won the bronze medal in running. Like within fraction of milliseconds, he would have won some gold medal and all. So he won now bronze medal. Within a fraction of seconds, he would have won gold medal. So to realize those, the value of time, these things we should keep it in mind. Okay. So the next one will move to the cooperation. So the cooperations which is required when the person is working in a team, which is in team spirit present with every individual engaged in engineering. Cooperation is activity between two persons. As I said, it should be in a team. Like team is nothing but two or more people are there. So it is a activity between two person, or it may be two sectors that aims at integration of operations, means working together while not sacrificing the autonomy of either party. Okay. Further, working together ensures coherence, like that is combining different skills required to achieve common goals, and also willingness to understand others. There will be many things like misunderstanding, lack of communications, clash of egos of individuals when you are working in a team. So these are all will be trying to reduce the quality of your work. So we have to overcome, and by overcome these my what negative things, like miscommunication, clashes of egos, these all things, if you reduce these things, if you overcome these things, then only we can say it is a cooperation. Then only with having the cooperation, we can, in order to achieve the aim. So cooperation is again very important value the one should follow. Commitment, which means the alignment to goals. It is a set of goals, and adherence to ethical principles, means we have to stick to it during the activities. First of all, one must believe in one's action performed and the expected end results. It also means one should have the confidence without the doubt that one will succeed. Holding the sustained interest and firmness in any situation with a firm attitude and hope that one will achieve the goals, which is called commitment. Understood? So it acts as a driving force to realize the success, which leads the commitment leads you to get success. This is very basic requirement for any profession. The one must have commitment towards his goal. If you want to say example, being a student, for your betterment, I am telling about the student. Being student consistent in attending the classes and studying well shows the commitment towards your education, right? If you are a student, then you will be you should have some commitment towards your education things. You should attend the classes, you should study well, you should get good marks. Then only it is said that you are committed. Understood? So the next value will be empathy. So the empathy, which is which sensing what others feels about without their open talk, is the essence of empathy. So empathy is basically without the open talk of others, sensing the understanding their feel. That is what empathy. It is also defined as the ability to put oneself into the psychological frame of the reference or point of view of another. This point of view is nothing but, like, in other words, if I want to say, understanding the intention behind the words of the others is also called as empathy. So this empathy is a value which is very essential in our life to have it. So if you have the empathy in you, then you will be having variety of benefits with it. So those benefits simplified in 3 points, like good customer relation. If you are having some good understanding quality like empathy, then there will be a good relationship between you and the customer. And the next one is harmonious labor relationship. Even when some laborers are working under you, then if you are very easily understanding their struggles, their opinions, then obviously the labor will start having good relationship with you. It is also very much benefit for you. And then good vendor and producer relationship. Basically, empathy gives you good relationship between all. As a working person, these are the few good relationship that I'm telling. Good vendor producer relationship also you'll be getting. So empathy is again plays very important role. So the next one will be self confidence. Okay, so self confidence, which is certainty in one's own capabilities, uh, also values and goals, which is called self confidence. These people are usually positive thinking, flexible, and willing to change. They respect others also, so much as they respect themselves. How much they respect themselves, more than that they respect others also. So these are the qualities of the people having self confidence. It is a positive attitude wherein the individual has some positive and realistic view for himself with respect to situations in which one gets involved. The people with self confidence exhibit courage to get into action and unshakable faith in their abilities. Whatever may be the positions, they'll be having confidence in their abilities. Also, they are not influenced by threats or challenges, because they're they're knowing their capabilities, and they have the qualities of withstanding all these pressures and threats. So some of the factors which shape self confidence in a person are: first one is heredity, as I say, attitude of a parents, or no by the family environment, by the elders. You will get some attitude by them, so with that you will be having some confidence. Okay. And friendship, with the influence of your friends, or it may be your colleagues, you will be getting some confidences. And then influence of superiors or role models. For example, uh, if you are fan of a person, of a celebrity, then you will start gaining what he has done. At least you will try to follow his ethics and all. So that build confidence in you. And the last one is training in the organization. Some of the institutions are there, organizations are there, which trains you to build a self confidence in you. So these are the main basic factors that shape self confidence in you, which is very important in an exam also. So the next one and the last one will move to the spirituality. So the spirituality, in the sense, which is nothing but the faith or the belief in the supernatural power, or it may be a god regarding the worldly events. It functions as a a fertilizer for the soil character to blossom into values and morals. For example, if I want to say, spirituality includes some creativity, communication, recognition of the individual as a human being, like respecting to others, stop finding faults with colleagues and accept them the way they are, and also vision, looking beyond the obvious and not believing anyone blindly. Those are all the kind of spirituality things. And also, spirituality is a motivation as it encourages to perform better. Remember, the lack of motivation leads to isolation. As we all know, spirituality gives us motivation to achieve our goal, because we are believing supernatural, we will be having some confidence in us. And this is also a energy for us. Okay, be energetic and flexible to adapt to challenging and changing the situations. Like spirituality is a flexibility as well. One should not be too dominating. Okay, so with this, I'm concluding this first unit, which is human values. In the next video, I'm going to start with the second unit, which is engineering ethics. Okay, thank you.